I am here today on the North Sulphur River in far north Texas, and we are doing some fossil hunting. Have to be up here for work, so I'm using my lunch break to do a little hunting, and I've already found some cool stuff. In a few minutes I've been here, I've already found this really cool piece of coral.
I was mistaken. This is not coral. It's actually called rudist, R-U-D-I-S-T. It's a type of bivalve.
This all used to be part of an inland sea, and there's a lot of amazing fossils. This is a bone. I'm not sure what it looks like, part of a vertebrae. It's dinosaur. I'm relatively certain, but that's really cool. Right down there is something. Yeah, it's like a echinoid. There's a trace fossil. I've seen this before. I can't remember what it is. I think that's echinoid also. I could be very wrong. I'm not great at fossils. Very much still learning them. But it's good to do this kind of thing for me to kind of train my eye on what to look for. So, another really cool little piece. This is the same river system that not too far from here, almost slipped, not too far from here, just recently, the remains of a 30-foot mosasaur were found in the cliff. And I'm hoping today to find a mosasaur tooth. That's my goal. I don't know if it will, but that's my goal. So I'm heading up underneath the bridge to go to the other side here. There's a cool shell right there. Fell out of the cliffside. That's a big old beautiful oyster shell. Big devil's toenail. And looky here, somebody just left a pile. That's a big old pile just laying here. I got some teeth. A lot of pieces of bone. Shells. Somebody's being very nice to somebody else. Beautiful little fossil, another devil's toenail. And I'm going to pass along the favor. I'm going to leave it here for a kid or somebody else who's never done this before. Maybe it'll get them excited for it. That's pretty cool. We're going to pay it forward. And even though this fossil park, which by the way, I didn't even tell you guys, I'm at Ladonia Fossil Park in North Texas. Even though this is a public access spot and it's highly picked over, you can tell there's no shortage of gravel when the water level is right. So it's still worth the trip out here. There are other ways to get onto the Sulphur River. They're not nearly as convenient or friendly, but pretty much any bridge you can access. So there are ways to get here, but again, there's no shortage of gravel in this area, so stuff will be turning over for a long time. So on this side of the cliff wall, there's a collapse, so I'm coming over to check it out, and sure enough, we got some shell fossils. Let's see if we can get those out of there without breaking them. Those are really fragile, but there's another, is that a baculite? I don't know what that is. There's a lot of these. It's all in this cliffside is where all this comes from. Collapses down and falls into the river. So if you ever see anything like this, it's not a bad idea to kind of pick through it. Can you spot the bone? No, I don't mean it like that, you dirty birds. That's another nice section of vertebrae. That's so cool. I ended up leaving those other little shells. They were way too fragile. Sweet. So it's about 6:40 in the morning and the sun's getting ready to peek up over the horizon over there. And I'm the only one here today, in the parking lot at least. It's gonna be hot today. Like the lowest high temperature we're supposed to have all for like the next 11 days is 101. I think it's supposed to get as high as like 106. So I'm here early, so I'm gonna try and beat some of this heat and see if we can find a few things today. But I gotta keep in mind, I gotta haul this back also. So let's go find some fossils. So I have ducked back into this little side creek, and you can see the strata in the walls here, which is really cool. See all the layering from all the eons of history. We got trees about to come say hello to everybody, barely hanging on over there. So other than the occasional trace fossil and a ton of ammonite fragments, I haven't found much back here, but I will tell you this. Seeing all these fragments of prehistoric marine creatures all around while I'm traipsing through this little canyon of sorts is very much a land before time kind of vibe, if you know what I mean. It's really kind of cool. Making my way back out into the main river. Plus, I figure if I'm going to be spending time in these creek channels, since the walls are so high, I might as well wait till it's really hot and sunny and utilize it in there where I can get some shade. So while it's still cool enough, I'm gonna work the main river. Haven't found much yet, but this is a well picked over area, so I'm trekking a little ways upriver to find anything good that I can. I don't want to mess with this guy. Wow. He is huge. He's probably close to 6 inches long. Man, that's a creepy crawly. There's my shoe to give you perspective on size. He's huge, but everything on him says danger. So I'm going to give him the space he wants. He would make great bait though. Just saying. Okay, so this is the first thing of real interest I found today. It's got those weird points. Let me get a zoom. Focus. Weird barbed points. I have no idea, but I'm going to take it and see what I can find out. So this jumped out at me. See the patterning there? I believe that's a piece of rudist. R-U-D-I-S-T. I think I'll take that one. What is that? Glowing right here. I don't know what that is, but that's pretty. All right, so we got these cleaned up. How pretty is that? I say that a lot, don't I? You start doing these things, you realize you got catchphrases you didn't know you had. I guess that one's mine, huh? How pretty is that? But it is. And then there's our, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's calcite. It's calcite, but it's a pretty piece. That's a very pretty piece of calcite. I'm gonna take that anyway. So I just heard what I thought was like a waterfall behind me. I turned around and that collapse took place right then. I didn't get to record it, but that just came down right now. Let's see if it gave us anything. Maybe it was a sign. Ooh, by the way, there's a nice devil's toenail, fossilized oyster shell, which I found plenty of. But that's a nice one. But yeah, that literally just happened. You see how tall that cliff is. I mean, it's way up there. And that side just gave way. So if you are walking on the edges here, just FYI, that can happen. So keep your wits about you. But yeah, all of this just collapsed. And you can see the trace fossils in here. A lot of these are just shells. And I don't see anything big sticking out, but these are good places to look. Yeah, but that kind of freaked me out. That's wild. So I'm back here for day 2 on the NSR. First day, I walked a good, not kidding, 7 to 8 miles. About 3 miles upriver. And I didn't find much. I didn't find any bones at all, which is a shock. And maybe I just overlooked them. And it's a huge river. There's so much to look at here. However, I'm back today. I've been here 30 minutes. I've already got a fair number of things. A lot of rudists, some devil's toenails. I went a little further downriver to a different section. And, can you see it? That's a mosasaur vertebrae. Totally tell by the shape. Finally found some more bone. Let's clean this off. So that, my friends, is a 60 to 80 million year old dinosaur bone. That is a vertebrae from a mosasaur. Been looking for these for about 7 hours yesterday, couldn't find any. Been here 30 minutes, a different spot, found one already. And this is the same spot that I found 2 at last time, so got high hopes today. I also just found this massive wedge of calcite. It's huge. Pretty cool. I'm gonna leave it here for somebody, but that's pretty neat. There's tons of calcite here, everywhere. It would really make an interesting story to know how a train car made it down here on the river. Thing is huge. Maybe it's not a train car, maybe it's just a pipe. It's got a valve door on the top, though. I don't know. But it's massive. Crazy. Here's another creek entrance. I see all the material that's deposited down. We could take an adventure. I do have to be on the lookout for snakes. There's not a lot of wildlife around here that can get you. There are water moccasins. And being that this will be a cooler, shaded area, they're more likely to seek shelter up in these creeks. So I just have to be on the lookout. I'm kind of slippery getting up here too. I might go tumbling. Here, I'm gonna put the phone away, come back. So I managed to get up, but getting back down is gonna be the fun part. It's kind of hard to see the angle on this. It's probably about a 8-foot drop altogether from there to there. So it may just be a good old-fashioned slip and slide experience, you know? All right, let's see if I can keep from getting nabbed in major spider webs or snakes coming off trees on me. This is so cool. Very surreal. And this is still all clay beneath me here, so it's very slick. And I don't know if there's going to be anything exposed from bedrock that's worth finding here or not. But I thought it'd be cool just to come check it out. Oh, spider webs everywhere. Oh, hi. See that guy right there? Man, he is pretty, but don't want to mess with him. About the size of a dime. Maybe, actually about a quarter. About the size of a quarter. Don't know what he is, but we're going to leave him be. So, we're going to go back down and out. We're going to abandon this one. Kind of neat to check out, though. All right, now for the fun part. Getting back down. So I managed to make it out of that death trap of a stream fine, and then I just walked out in this field and I saw this speculite. And you can make out the sutures on there still. So how cool is this? Right next to where I was putting my stuff down. That is a beautiful piece of rudist. That is way cool. That's a really nice specimen.
What an amazing time on the North Sulphur River. Ended up walking probably about, 12, 13 miles the entire time. Got a good workout, found some really cool stuff. These are just a few of the items that I found, got them all cleaned up. Wanted to share them with you.